PA-ABLE is a special savings and investment account that helps individuals with disabilities to live everyday lives. It provides a way for people with disabilities and their families to save for important items or just everyday expenses. Traditionally, people receiving certain benefits, such as supplemental security income, could only save small amounts without losing those benefits. But with PA-ABLE, individuals with disabilities and their families and friends have a way to save for all sorts of things. Funds in an ABLE account are not counted when determining eligibility for any federal means-tested benefits, plus PA-ABLE savings are not counted against certain Pennsylvania benefits. The PA-ABLE program provides tax advantages both to the account owner and to any Pennsylvania resident who contributes. We also have a new one for employers that I'll talk about in a moment. An ABLE account can receive up to $18,000 in contributions in 2024, even more for some account owners who are employed, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Without ABLE, individuals receiving supplemental security, for example, supplemental security income, can only save $2,000 in assets while maintaining that benefit. But with an ABLE account, that same person can save up to $100,000, which can make a huge difference in someone's life and really open up a lot of financial and lifestyle opportunities. ABLE account owners who do not receive SSI can save more than $500,000 in their ABLE account. Funds are easy to access and can be used for a wide variety of expenses. So PA-ABLE is helping Pennsylvanians with disabilities to save for a more secure and flexible future. So beginning next tax year, employers will be permitted to claim a Pennsylvania state tax credit for matching contributions to their employees' ABLE accounts. We're very excited about this. That tax credit is 25% of the aggregate amount of all matching contributions, up to $500 per employee per tax year. For example, if next year an employer makes matching contributions of $500 per ABLE account for 10 employees, the employer's tax credit would be 25% of $5,000 or $1,250. Oops, there we go. We are finding more and more employers who are interested in offering PA-ABLE as a voluntary payroll deduction for direct deposit. It's easy for employers to include PA-ABLE. There is there's a routing number and account number, just like adding a bank or any other direct deposit. It gives employees a way to save their own PA-ABLE funds or in the account of a loved one, a child or a sister or brother, for example. It can be a way for employers to attract and maintain employees, whether those employees have disabilities themselves or whether they are the parents or grandparents or other loved ones. And again, it's important because it helps people to save without jeopardizing those benefits. Able to Work is an addition to ABLE, and that allows some employees to save more than that $18,000 limit that I mentioned a moment ago. The most that a person could save would be $30,590 this year. And that is the case if they have not contributed during a defined contribution plan, an annuity contract, or a deferred compensation plan. And for most of us, that would mean a 401k. That would be the most common. Eligibility for ABLE depends on two factors. One is the age of onset of the disability, and the other is the severity of the disability. So in order to qualify for ABLE, the way the law is today, the person's disability must have begun by age 26, but that age is going to rise beginning January 1st, 2026. It's going to rise to age 46. So the person can be any age when they open the ABLE. They could be an infant or middle-aged or a senior citizen, as long as their disability began by that appropriate age. The other factor is the severity of the disability. So if the person qualifies for SSI or SSDI, then they automatically qualify for ABLE. But if they don't qualify for one of those, they can self-certify with a written diagnosis from a physician saying that the person has a disability that causes marked and severe functional limitations and is expected to last for at least a year. I also want to mention PA ABLE is available for people with intellectual disabilities, physical disabilities, or psychological diagnoses. Enrollment is pretty easy. Most people enroll online at paable.gov. In our state, we also allow people to enroll on paper if they feel more comfortable with that. People can download the enrollment form from our website and print it out, or they can call our ABLE helpline, which is 855-529-ABLE, and they can request a paper application, which we will mail to their house. Just to put a plug in for our website, paable.gov, there's loads of good information on there. We also try to give webinars about once a month, sometimes with Social Security, with workforce incentives, with sort of extra value added there for you. Enrolling in ABLE is a lot like enrolling in a new bank account or a credit card. You'll answer basic demographic questions about, where you live and when you were born, that sort of thing. You also will answer a disability question or two. ABLE accounts are pretty easy to use in Pennsylvania. There are different investment options. One is a checking account, a checking option through Fifth Third Bank. But a person would enroll in that right on our PA ABLE website, just like the other investments. And the other options are savings portfolios that are a mix of stocks and bonds and cash. And you can find out more about those on our website. People can direct deposit their paychecks into PA ABLE if and they also can direct deposit Social Security benefits as long as they don't have a representative payee. They can also contribute by rolling over a 529 college and career fund right into an ABLE with no tax implications. So it's very flexible. We do encourage people to save their receipts from the things that they purchase from their ABLE account. ABLE account owners who are adults with the capacity to enter into a contract can open and manage their own account if they want to, or they can choose any other person who they wish to open and manage that account on their behalf if they prefer. For individuals who are underage or who lack the legal capacity to enter into a legal contract, the account then would need to be opened by another person. That person could be someone with power of attorney, a legal guardian or conservator, a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a grandparent, or a Social Security Administration representative payee. So there's a lot of flexibility there as well. One of my favorite things about ABLE, I have ABLE accounts for both my kids. ABLE can be used for a huge variety of expenses. Things like education, transportation, housing, assistive technology, legal fees, just loads of things. The law even spells out that it's fine to use for everyday expenses. So people can use it for big expenses like a house or a car, or little everyday things like clothing or food. The person managing the account gets to decide what's a qualified expense. They don't have to check in with PA Treasury or the IRS. But again, we do encourage people to save their receipts. We have a great staff at Treasury. I have colleagues around the state. You can reach out to us if you are an employer or if you have a support group, or if you'd like a training for your staff. You can reach any of us at this number, 855-529-ABLE, and we would be happy to help you out. We will help employers every step of the way to add ABLE as an employee benefit and help your employees save while maintaining their benefits. So now we can see if there are any questions. So someone asked whether ADHD would qualify someone for PA ABLE. So ABLE isn't like deafness is always qualified, but blindness is never qualified. It's more the severity of the disability itself.